Are you looking for the best 65-inch TVs? In this video we will look at some of the best 65-inch TVs on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Samsung QN65S95BAFXZA. The best 65-inch TV we've tested is the Samsung QN65S95BAFXZA, known as the S95B. It's an impressive TV that delivers fantastic picture quality and looks amazing with any content. Its QD-OLED panel delivers a perfect contrast ratio, with no distracting blooming around bright objects, and colors are incredibly vibrant and realistic. It gets extremely bright, so highlights in HDR stand out well, and it can easily overcome glare in a bright room, but using it in a bright room causes the black levels to raise. It also supports HDR10+, which is an HDR format used in some streaming services, but it isn't as widely used as Dolby Vision, which the TV doesn't support. It's a fantastic TV for pretty much any usage, and there's a great selection of extra features with something for everyone. It supports Bixby, Google Assistant, and Alexa voice assistants, so you can choose your preferred platform and spend less time searching for content and more time enjoying your new TV. It's since been replaced by the Samsung S95C OLED, but the new model isn't much of an improvement, and it's more expensive, so it's better to get the 2022 model while you can. If you want to save a bit of money, the LG C2 OLED is cheaper and performs almost as well, but colors aren't as bright and vibrant. Number 2. Sony XR-65A95K. Although it's a lot more expensive than the Samsung S95B OLED, if you want the best home theater experience, the Sony XR-65A95K is a better choice. While it uses the same QD-OLED panel as the Samsung TV, what makes this better for home theater environments is that it has better processing. This means that it displays content the way the creator intended, it has exceptional gradient handling, and there aren't any issues displaying lower quality content. It also supports Dolby Vision, which is an HDR format that more content uses than the HDR10+ format that the Samsung model supports. If you want to enhance your home theater setup with a surround sound system, you'll also be happy to know it supports audio pass-through for all common formats. It runs the Google TV interface, which has a sleek look and an easy-to-use menu. It has a massive selection of streaming apps, and the TV's built-in mic supports hands-free voice control, so you can easily find your favorite streaming shows, even without the remote. You can also use the built-in smart assistants to control your other smart devices, so you can set the mood directly from the TV without getting up. Number 3. Samsung QN65 If you want a slightly cheaper TV or simply prefer an LED TV, consider the Samsung QN65 known as the QN90B. You don't get the same perfect black levels as on the Sony A95K OLED or the Samsung S95B OLED, but instead, the QN90B uses mini LED backlighting behind an LCD panel, letting it get extremely bright. With its fantastic reflection handling, you won't have issues using it in a well-lit room, even with bright lights. If you prefer using it in a dark room, it still has a high native contrast ratio, and its mini LED backlighting provides a great local dimming feature that further deepens blacks. It's a great choice for sports fans planning on watching the big game with a large group of friends, as the image remains consistent when viewed from the sides. Like the S95B, it has a great selection of extra features, and gamers will appreciate its low input lag and HDMI 2.1 bandwidth for 4K at 120Hz gaming. It also has great motion handling that makes fast-moving content look smooth. Lastly, it doesn't have issues upscaling lower resolution content, which is ideal for watching content from a cable box. Number 4. Hisense 65U8H. If you want something cheaper that still has high-end features and great performance, a mid-range TV like the Hisense 65U8H is a great choice. While it's a bit less versatile than the Samsung QN90B OLED overall, as it has a worse viewing angle and limited processing, it delivers excellent performance that won't disappoint. Its picture quality is great for a variety of content as it has an incredibly high contrast ratio with a great local dimming feature and amazing black uniformity, so blacks look deep and inky with minimal blooming. It doesn't have much black crush either, meaning it preserves details well in dark scenes. Even in a bright room, it looks amazing as it gets incredibly bright and has excellent reflection handling, so glare isn't an issue. HDR content also looks incredible thanks to its wide color gamut and high peak brightness, so bright highlights stand out. It runs the Google TV interface, which is fast and easy to use, and it has a great selection of streaming apps, so you're sure to find your favorite content. Number 5. TCL65S555. If you're on a tighter budget, then the TCL65S555 is a good alternative. It's a step down in performance from the Hisense U8H because it doesn't get as bright, meaning highlights don't pop as much, and colors aren't as vivid. However, it still delivers surprisingly good picture quality, especially for its price range. It has a superb contrast ratio, making blacks look deep and inky in dark rooms, but its full-array local dimming feature results in some black crush and blooming. It also has impressive peak brightness and decent reflection handling, so it's a great choice for a bright room. It's well equipped, with a great selection of smart features and a few gaming perks. It runs the Roku OS interface, which is pretty basic but easy to use, and it has a good selection of streaming apps. While it has a lower 60Hz refresh rate compared to 120Hz on the Hisense, it's still a great gaming TV with a fast response time, low input lag, and variable refresh (VRR) support that works with the PS5 and Xbox Series XS. Number 6. Hisense 65A6H. If you're looking for a simple and cheap 65-inch TV, consider the Hisense 65A6H. It doesn't look as good in dark rooms as the TCL 5 Series/S555 2022 cold because it has a lower contrast ratio that makes blacks look grey. It doesn't have a local dimming feature, but that means there isn't much blooming around bright objects. It's still an okay choice for a moderately lit room, as it has decent peak brightness. However, it doesn't get bright enough to fight intense glare. Most of its variants use an IPS panel that has a wide viewing angle, making it ideal for large living rooms as the image remains consistent from the sides. The built-in Google TV platform is easy to use, with a polished interface that makes it easy to find your favorite content. It also has a great selection of streaming apps and games. Speaking of gaming, it's a decent TV for gamers thanks to its low input lag and support for VRR technology to reduce tearing. It has an okay response time, but you'll notice more blur with fast-moving objects than you would with a higher-end TV.